Head scratchers abound. Tulip people, Calvinist people, Reformed people. In love, I'm just asking questions as to how you come to your conclusions. Since God is the author of logic and he, has found a way to communicate with us humans, us riffraff, um, undeserving humans, we also know that he's revealed himself as perfect and without chaos and without disorder, and he's a God of peace. And since he gave us logic, thought, reason, intellect, discernment, those kinds of things, there's just so many questions. This is one story, one prophet, Nehemiah, but I'll ask many questions, so hopefully you'll stick with me for 5 minutes. Nehemiah starts out, we find out people understand that the God of Israel heard the cry of Israel, and to get Israel to believe, he used external means. He sent signs and wonders, crickets, frogs, blood, hail, all external means. Well, why does God have to do that in Calvinism or Reformed theology? Why does he use external means at all? Doesn't he just regenerate hearts? Doesn't he just elect who he wants to elect? Doesn't he do that and then by some irresistible means, they end up believing and following God of the Bible? But he uses external means here. Why? Also, why does God need to make a name for himself? Nehemiah is preaching to all the people that are starting to come back to Jerusalem as they're rebuilding the wall. And he's telling them, God, the real God of Israel, he made a name for himself back in the Exodus. But why does God need to make a name for himself? Doesn't he just reach through the clouds down into the hearts of men, transplant, Ezekiel 36, hearts, making them new, thereby bringing faith and desire and love for him? No need to make a name for yourself, because that would be an external thing, something on the outside. That would be word of mouth. That would be people proclaiming the God they believe in, other people hearing it, the other people hearing it, making a decision. Whoa, should I look into this God of Israel? If he really, made locusts show up and eat all the snacks in Egypt, and then he got rid of the locusts the very next day, which isn't exactly how the story goes, but you get the point. Maybe I should look into him. But according to Reformed theology, there's no reason for God to make a name for himself. There's no reason for him to do something as miraculous as split the Red Sea wide open and then bury and protect the Israelites from the pursuers. Or God doesn't have to make men so naturally desire, right, in our sin nature, when we're rich and we're famous and we're powerful and we've got control, it's easy for humans to be arrogant. Well, that's what we see here in Egypt. Why would you see the sea open and risk going in it if you know the sea doesn't just open? Well, hardness of heart, arrogance. I'm tougher, I'm cooler, I've got control, and I got to snuff out these Israelites. Those are the reasons. But God records this in Scripture many times for you, for me, for regular people to read it and be in awe. External means. So I'm going to be in Nehemiah for a while. Head scratchers abound. So what would I say is just a head scratcher? Why does God use all these external means when he's the God who elects in eternity past? He's chosen who he's chosen. He also meticulously and divinely controls all things to their very end. These are great stories to read, but what's the purpose? What's the rhyme or reason for God to do such things when, if he's out to get his glory by killing people and saving some, does he really have to go through all of this? Or does it make more sense that humans are making decisions all the time on their own free will and not by Reformed teaching, excuse me. Head scratchers abound. This is Nehemiah, many more to come.